Om Tat Sat. Last week, we looked at Upeksha, right? Something that can completely take you away from the very things that will bind you to this earth. Also in Yoga Tantra, right? Or yoga practice, or the science of yoga. Today, we look at another important topic or theme in the science of yoga called Vidya, right? Right. Many times you've heard, you've spoken of the word Vidya. Vidya refers to knowledge, but we are not talking about circular knowledge, materialistic knowledge, right? We're talking about Atma Vidya, which is knowledge of the soul or spiritual knowledge. It refers to the study of the 6 schools of Hindu philosophy, Nyaya, Yoga, Vaisheshika, Sankhya, Purva Mimamsa, and Uttara Mimamsa, right? So the next session I'll be looking at Mimamsa, right? Then this one I'm looking at Vidya, which is one of the 6 schools of Hindu philosophy. So again, Nyaya, Yoga, Vaisheshika, Sankhya, Purva Mimamsa, and Uttara Mimamsa, right? Yes. The process of gaining knowledge of the Atman, right? Again, this was covered quite extensively when I spoke about the 15 Upanishads. And again, when I spoke about the 18 Puranas, we touched on the element of Vidya or Atma Vidya, right? The process of gaining the knowledge of the Atman cannot commence unless the person, the seeker, has explored something called Prana Vidya or Agni Vidya. If you go back a few weeks ago, I spoke about Ishvara Pranidhana. So it's all connected, you see. It's like little gems which are then, threaded into one garland in the science of yoga. So Prana Vidya or Agni Vidya, in different levels. And you do this by the practice of Vidya or Upasana. And from Vidya or Upasana, you go to Jnana. And from Jnana, you go to Vidya. From Vidya, you go to Atma Vidya. So in that levels. Basically, there are 4 types of Vidyas. 4 types of Vidyas, right? The first one is called Trayi. Trayi means 3, right? This is a study of the Vedas and their auxiliary texts. Trayi. The second type of Vidya is called Anvikshiki. Anvikshiki, which is the study of logic and metaphysics. Those basic science. Then the third type of Vidya is called Dandaniti. Right? And I spoke about this when I did Garuda Purana. Right? So go back to my video and listen to Garuda Purana and you will hear me speak about Dandaniti. This is the science of governance. And it talks about karma, as the mind, so the man, as the thought, so the person, like that. A couple of weeks back, I spoke about bhavana, yat bhavam tat bhavati. So all these come under Dandaniti, or the science of governance. And finally, the 4th one is called Varum. This is the practical arts that talks about perhaps agriculture or commerce or medicine, all those different types of arts. So Vidya is when you transcend all levels of material knowledge or secular knowledge, where that knowledge becomes less and less and less significant, and the self becomes more and more and more significant. And at one level, you will hit that, and at that point, you have attained Atma Vidya. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat.